Hello everyone, welcome to Driven Life TV. Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in today and for taking time to watch today's video. Today I'm offering you relationship advice in 6 minutes. So let us dive right into it. Number 1, be healthy to have a healthy relationship. You are the greatest investment in your relationship. If you are dysfunctional, you will leave chaos in your work. Every time I see people who are not okay in their own personal lives, trying to have a relationship, I can actually predict that this relationship will not work out well. The reason is because if you're not okay personally, there is no way you can be selfless enough to actually sacrifice, to actually be there for another person. Because what you can give will not come from a healthy place as well. So you have to make sure that as a person, you're in the right place. Your relationship with God is okay. You are making sure that you're not struggling with anything that may affect any commitments that you may have. Because I've seen people who cannot stay committed to a job, who cannot stay committed to doing certain things that they're their only responsibilities, but they are trying to be in a relationship. What I say is that if you cannot get your life together, there is no way you can be there to be selfless enough and sacrifice for another person. So that's what I'm saying. You need to make sure that you're okay as a person. Number 2, don't get relationship advice from people who can sustain their own relationships. Okay, make sure the counselors around you are people who are able to keep their own relationships. You have to understand that people who have failed at their own relationships have a way of projecting their own experiences on your own experience. And so most of the times, if you're going through something painful, they can even give you counsel based on what they actually did in the past when they faced a similar situation, when actually it may not even be relevant to your own situation. So be careful who you get counsel from. The Bible tells us in Psalm chapter 1 that blessed is a man who does not dwell in the counsel of the ungodly. Okay, so it's really important that the character and the motive and even the theology of people who counsel you is something that is in line with what you stand for, because the character of the counselor matters. Number 3, marriage has defined roles and you must be ready to fulfill those roles once you step in. Okay, what you have to understand is marriage will be more than emotion. It will be a duty if you're going to be successful at it. It has to be a commitment that you wake up to every day and say, I'm going to go again. Okay, most of the time single people say things like, okay, I want a husband material or a wife material. But for me, I always ask them to say, what do you mean by that? Do you understand what a wife is? Do you understand what a husband is? Because if you don't, you may actually be aspiring for something that you have not even invested much in. Okay, you have to understand that just because you have a paper, a degree, you can make money, it doesn't mean you're husband material or wife material. Because what makes you valuable in a marriage or in a relationship is not a paper or a degree. Those things, they have less value compared to a person who brings to the table exactly what is required on the duties of a wife or a duty of a husband. You must understand this, that the Bible has prescribed to us defined a defined set of roles. Okay, so you must be able to understand that and say, God, I want you to help me to become a wife. I want you to help me to become a husband. The Bible tells us that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Okay, it's not saying that he who finds someone beautiful, well educated, or well traveled. It's saying a wife. This same thing applies to husbands. So you must understand that you are being called to something that is higher, something that is greater. That's something that will be defined by sacrifice. So are you ready for such? Okay, are you ready to be a husband or a wife? That set of responsibility will be on your head. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in today and for taking time to watch today's video. Hit the like button, comment below, and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.